And when you step back and look at everything she built, you begin to realize that Lady Gaga was never just reacting to success. She was preparing for it. Because long before the millions became consistent, she had already developed the mindset required to handle them. And that's something most people overlook. Money doesn't change people. It exposes them. If you don't understand money before it comes, you will lose it when it arrives. But Lady Gaga approached her career with awareness. Every phase of her journey added a layer of understanding. From struggling in small venues with little income, she learned the value of effort. From writing songs for other artists, she learned the importance of ownership. From being dropped early in her career, she learned resilience. And when the money finally started coming in, she didn't treat it as an end point. She treated it as a tool to build something bigger. And that's where her financial intelligence truly stands out. Because instead of inflating her lifestyle beyond control, she focused on building structures that could sustain her wealth long term. Yes, she enjoys luxury. Yes, she lives a lifestyle that reflects her success. But behind that lifestyle is calculation. Every major move has intention. Every expansion has purpose. Because wealth is not just about what you spend. It's about what you build behind the scenes. And as her influence continued to grow, she began to understand something even deeper. Legacy. Because at a certain level of success, the focus shifts. It's no longer just about how much you earn. It becomes about what you leave behind. What impact you create. What systems continue to exist even when you're no longer active. And this is where her journey moves beyond personal success into something more permanent. Her music catalog continues to generate income. Her brand continues to operate. Her name continues to hold value across industries. This is what financial legacy looks like. Assets that outlive effort. Income that continues without constant work. An influence that remains relevant over time. But reaching this level requires something many people are not willing to do. Consistency over years. Not weeks. Not months. Years. Because the truth is, there was no overnight success. Every stage of her growth required patience, required sacrifice, required discipline. There were moments where she could have taken easier paths. Safer options. Quick money opportunities that didn't align with her long-term vision. But she didn't. She stayed aligned with her brand. And that alignment protected her value. Because once you dilute your brand, you reduce your earning power. And Lady Gaga understood that protecting her identity was directly connected to protecting her income. That's a level of thinking that goes beyond entertainment. That's business. That's strategy. That's financial awareness. And it's one of the reasons she has been able to remain relevant for so long in an industry where most careers are short-lived. Because relevance is not luck. It is maintained. Through reinvention. Through smart positioning. Through understanding when to evolve and when to stay consistent. And financially, that consistency creates trust. Trust from audiences. Trust from brands. Trust from investors and partners. And trust increases value. Because people are willing to pay more for something they trust. And Lady Gaga became a trusted global brand. Not just a performer. Not just a celebrity. But a business entity. A system. A structure designed to generate, sustain, and grow wealth over time. And when you look at her journey from beginning to where she stands today, you begin to see a pattern. A pattern that applies far beyond music. Far beyond entertainment. It's a pattern of building value first. Then monetizing it. Of creating impact first. Then scaling it. Of taking risks early. So you can gain control later. And that pattern is what separates temporary success from lasting wealth. Because at the end of it all, Lady Gaga didn't just succeed in her industry. She mastered the financial side of it. She understood how money flows, how value is created, how influence can be turned into income, and how income can be turned into assets. And that understanding is what transformed her life. From uncertainty to stability, from instability to control, from control to empire. And as her story continues to evolve, one thing remains clear. The journey was never just about becoming famous. It was about building something that could last, something that could grow, something that could stand strong regardless of trends, challenges, or time. And that is the true definition of financial success. Not just having money, but having a system that keeps working, a structure that keeps growing, and a vision that keeps expanding. And Lady Gaga built exactly that. And also, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and comment for more videos, and please share the video. Thanks for watching. See you in another next video. Peace out.